Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha and this is DumbbellsNDelights, a channel where you get tips and tricks on how to live a delightful life. If you're new here, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification button so you can get updates when I post on Wednesdays and Sundays. Today we're going to be talking about how to read more, as the title says in the description below. If you follow me on Instagram or even on this channel, you will know that I love to read. I love to read, but sometimes I don't get enough time. So I started doing some research and I found some strategies that will help me to read more and meet my goal of reading 24 books. How am I going to read more? So these are the tips. I've already started using them since I did my media review and I saw that I was behind. And they work. They work. So let's get right to it. How does one end up reading lots of books? So the first one is to schedule time. So I've decided to put in about 30 minutes a day to read. But for you, if you don't have time, then maybe 10 minutes, But the thing is to read something every day so you meet your goal. Whether you're reading 10 pages, 200 pages, if you've got that kind of time, then go for it. But set aside the time. Because what you're doing when you're setting aside the time, you're being intentional about this goal. You're saying, I want to meet this goal, so I'm going to be intentional by setting aside a time. For me, I read in the mornings just before I start work, because there's a quiet time at work, because I arrive 30 minutes early before my starting time. So I use that time to read and just catch up on my books. Another time that I like to read is in the evenings, just before I go to bed. This just helps me to get a few more readings. So say in the morning I didn't get that 30 minutes, then in the evening I try to get it. If it's a good day, then I get a full hour of reading and I learn something, I grow and I develop my mind. Yeah, so read something you're interested in. There's a book that took me forever to read, and once I decided I didn't want to read it anymore, I put it down. No guilt. Yes, we want to be people who accomplish our goals, who finish everything, but let's not waste our time doing things we do not want to do. Especially when it comes to reading. There are certain things that you have to do that you don't want to do, like waking up early. Okay, that's different when it comes to reading. So the other thing is to look at reading as an investment. So what you might be investing in is your time, your money. So if you're buying a book, that's good. But if you can't buy a book, then you're investing in time in going to the library to pick one up. You're investing in time in maintaining a relationship with someone who reads. Like for me, my sister buys books, so I tend to borrow from her library. So obviously it's an investment by maintaining that relationship. And when we discuss those books, we're like, oh, this book was fun, this is what happened. And we maintain, I am investing in that relationship. You're investing your time, you're dedicating your time, whether you are developing your brain or developing your soul. Fiction, you're inspiring yourself and getting creative. You're investing in your brain. You are doing something that will motivate you. You're doing something that is going to be worth it at some point in the future. Sometimes it can be worth it now, like when you read a fun fiction book and you're like, that was so much fun, that was exciting. It can be fiction, but it can be inspirational as well and motivational and help you to accelerate your goals. Then the third one is to create a reading space. I normally like to read on the bed. Like on a Saturday afternoon, I can sit there and read and hang out, wearing my gown and my socks and just be comfy. And so yeah, I say create a space where you're gonna read, or where okay, this is my reading space, this is my reading time, this is a place where I go and I read and I'm comfortable and I'm relaxed. Read multiple books. This one is a bit tricky because you don't want to get confused. So in the mornings, I read personal development, self-help, whatever you want to call them. I read those kind of books because that's when my mind is sharp, mind is alert. I want to learn and absorb stuff. Then in the evenings, I read fiction. I'm bringing it down. I want something fun, creative that will just help me to relax. Perhaps I don't read horror books, because then you might not be able to sleep because your mind is very vivid and very expressive. So obviously you want to read something that will go in line with what you're about to do, which is fall asleep. So you don't want to read, okay, you don't want to fall asleep while reading the book, but you want to read a book that will inspire you somehow just before you sleep. Maybe you get to dream good things. I like to read a book, then I look at my goals and like, okay, this is what I'm working towards. Or just look at my vision board and be like, that's what I want, and fall asleep. Get other people involved in your reading. So this could be joining a book club. If you join a book club, you're gonna have a time frame for you to read this book, but then it helps you to be expressive and see what other people are taking from this book. I am on Goodreads, and I'll put my profile in the description below so that you can see the books I'm reading and we can follow each other and we can comment. What I like about Goodreads is not just about showing other people what you're reading, but then you can find what other people are reading and what they think about them. Like real people, not critics who write on the back of the book. I don't know if they get paid, but they write on the back of the book, and it's like, but if it's a real person, someone you can connect with, someone you even know, you can find them there and say, okay, this is what they thought about this book, I'm gonna read it. Or they didn't like this book, and we generally like the same thing, so no, I'm not gonna waste my time. Back to reading what you like. Then the other thing I like about getting involved, getting other people involved, or just being more engaged with your reading, is the little library. So there's one in Melville where you can put your books, where you can take a book and replace the book. It's always good, obviously, to put a book inside, right? And you take one. But what I like is that because it's a community project, you know that there are other people also reading this book, also gaining from having that book. Also, a top tip, there's a lady who posts books that are free on Amazon. So she posts a list of books that are free for a certain time frame. They're not free like the whole time. So I just go on her website and I check them out. Her website is cmomclick.com, and she posts, I think, every Tuesday a list of books. I've got a whole bunch on my tablet which I got for free that maybe at a time were like $14, and then that week they were free, and I jumped in and I got this. So yeah, I just downloaded I just used my Samsung tablet, and I downloaded the Kindle app, and then I can buy those books, get those books for free on Amazon. And there's a wide variety that you can get, and yeah, that's an awesome tip. So those are my 5 tips on how to read more. I hope you find them helpful, and if you have some more awesome tips, please drop them in the comments below. I would love to see your tips on how you're getting your reading done for the rest of the year. And also don't forget to check out my 2019 reading list. If you're interested in my progress on my reading list, please let me know, and I can do a video with like mini reviews of the books that I've read so far.